Hello and welcome, I'm Stormo. This is a rift. This is what happens when I can't think of anything to do for a video. I end up falling back on something. But the good news is we get to finish what I started a long time ago. I also have to remember what build I was using with this character. I haven't played this for quite some time. Well, I've played the game. I still log in and play recently, although not for a little while now, but I certainly haven't played this character for quite some time. In fact, not since the last time I did a video, which was a couple of months ago now. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, these were the videos I made when I started doing this channel, back in the olden days of January. And I made this character so that I could have a character that I was leveling up in the videos, and I was going to gear her up and all that kind of stuff. But I ended up changing the format for my YouTube channel to be to allow for a wider variety of videos. So I wasn't making the Diablo videos as much, mostly because they weren't pulling huge amounts of audience. Not that anything I do pulls huge audiences, but they certainly weren't pulling anything. But I thought, as soon as I couldn't really come up with anything else to do for today's video, I thought, well, why don't I finish what I started all that time ago and actually get this character to level 70? And that's basically what we're going to try and do. So we're going to work our way through here. I can't see any reason why this video won't get this character to level 70. It doesn't have a lot of XP to get there, and we've got a lot of rift to get through. So we're going to go through, do this whole rift. We'll hit 70 some point and start earning Paragon XP. If you have watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that my Paragon levels have increased quite substantially since the last time. And I have assigned as many Paragon points as I can. I would like to do a little bit more Diablo 3 content, but it probably won't be what I've been doing this. I might do like a video that updates about upcoming patches and stuff like that. So I didn't really cover the last Diablo 3 patch, which was a pretty significant change. And the next one's adding some really significant stuff as well. Got the name of the cube thing that's going to allow you to sort of absorb legendary traits into a single equipable item, which is really cool, and various other things. I haven't had a chance to play on the PTR yet. It's been, well, I wouldn't say it's been down or anything like that. It's just that every time I've tried to get on the PTR lately, there's always been like 10-hour queues, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't have time to wait for that. So I just go off and play, well, Elite Dangerous, which is pretty much the only game I've been playing outside of the games I play for my videos at the moment. It's a very good game, and you can of course go and watch a video I made on that if you look through my channel. Okay, so where are we? We're going through an enemy-less kind of area at the moment. That's cool. So get this guy out of the way, take these guys down. One thing I can do if I do hit level 70, of course, I can bring my Demon Hunter up to having a whole bunch of level 70 gear that I've got sitting in my inventory, but it's probably not a good idea to do that. So I'm just going to sort of gear her normally in this case. I am slightly annoyed because I actually have a much better build for a Demon Hunter that's a sentryless build that I'm using at the moment. And I'm not going to switch to that this character. Yeah, I've been using an interesting sort of sentryless build that relies on... what does it rely on? I know it doesn't use bolus. But yeah, and that's right, it relies on chakram. I think it's a chakram build. And that's good fun. It does a lot of damage too. Yeah, so I've been trying a lot of different things. I need to get a Crider so I can put some Elemental Arrow as my generator ability, which I can't do at the moment. In fact, that's actually one of the things I've got with this build is I think it's the quiver that makes Chakram a generator, so I'm using that at the moment with a couple other things. I think it's the unhallowed essence set, so I'm using that with that. It's a pretty savage build, so, and fairly easily clear rifts. Well, I haven't really been doing greater rifts actually, because of the changes that are coming to greater rifts. I've sort of not really felt the need to do them at the moment, especially because they're getting rid finally of Realm of Trials, I believe. So So I want to test that out on the PTR, but I haven't had a chance yet. So find time to do that at some point. So coming down here, we've got one of those long cave type levels here. I believe there's going to be some new zones added in the next patch as well for rifts and graduates. So some new scenery will be nice. I'm only playing a master difficulty with this character, mostly because I'm not level 70 and I just don't feel super confident with everything geared yet. But that's not a big deal because we're easily going to make that level. Stay away from those. So yeah, so that's kind of how I want to do this. And if you've never seen me play Diablo 3 before, it's probably one of my favourite PC games these days. I really just enjoy getting into it. It's one of those games again that I just come back to when I've sort of run out of other things to play, or I just want to kill monsters. It's very satisfying, this whole sort of clicking and killing monsters thing, and it's improved a long way since it launched. I was one of the people who actually still liked the game at launch, but I sort of agree back then that the grind was a bit much. And they fixed most of the issues the game had back then. It's basically what they really need to do, what Blizzard really needs to do, I think now, is just continue this sort of continuous stream of new content in terms of patches for it. And that's sort of what they've got happening at the moment. So most of the 2.0 patches, 2.1, 2.2, most of them have been maybe not significant content updates, but certainly enough to keep the game fresh. And I think that's really helped. The next patch, of course, is adding 4 new torment levels as well. So we get torments 7 through 10. I haven't tried the high difficulty yet because, again, I haven't been able to actually get in a server on the PTR, but I am looking forward to that because my main deck can steamroll Torment 6 at the moment, and it just isn't that interesting, particularly because I like doing a lot of Nephilim reps, and being able to steamroll Torment 6 means Nephilim has become pretty phenomenal. So, to all my hatred of the moment. So, I don't know if I've looted anything interesting. I haven't really picked up much loot at all, have I? I sort of get into a mode where I ignore anything that isn't a legendary. Which might sound weird if you don't play on high difficulty levels, but on high difficulty levels, legendaries tend to drop frequently enough that it's not popular.
My hatred is too low.
Well, you get into the mode when you're doing rifts to not pick up anything because there's nothing to pick up in greater rifts. So. This really has just been one big long corridor, hasn't it? Yeah, wow. Okay. And it continues to be so. Well, we're not far off hitting level 70, so it may come with this lot here.
No, I will not do that.
There we go. We hit level 70. So. Final passive skill slot has unlocked, and that's all it unlocks at level 70. It's a bit disappointing in that regard, actually. Oh. Away. The enemies don't get significantly harder for us though, so. But we will of course go up to a whole new set of gear, which is nice. Pushing this way. What's up here? Just some guys, so nothing particularly interesting. So I'll knock these guys over quickly. Yeah. It is kind of weird playing a character that doesn't do like millions of damage with every crit. But that's something you get used to when you play a character like that. So. I should assign that passive skill low. What am I going to put in there? Ambush? Ambush isn't bad. What have I got here? Probably don't really need Night Stalker anymore. I'm not going to do any dramatic changes. Ambush is probably not a bad one for the moment, and then I can think about something better later. It's not a terrible build, it's probably not great though, but it's mostly a rockets build, is the main reason it's working the way it is. Basically, synergy with the rune. Whatever the rune is I'm using. Yeah, Spitfire turret. Synergy with Spitfire turret, that's kind of what this build's about. So, and I get the random bonus rockets from my other shots as well, but mostly Spitfire turrets, which isn't the best these days, so I need to get this character here to support a better build.
I am too low on this.
Getting an absorption shield or something, I'm not sure what's giving me that. Obviously I've got a piece of gear that's granted me that absorption shield. I didn't take a good look at what gear I was rocking. So yes, so St. Archie's gauge, that's what I'm getting. That add to our Paragon pool, now that we're just earning Paragon XP. So, and a Conduit Pylon, that'll make life fun. Apparently the Grift version of Conduit Pylons is getting changed again. No legendaries drop down there, so we're just going to go this way. Don't want to waste the Conduit Pylon, so which we've wasted a lot of, so I kind of hoping to get the Rift Guard with it, unfortunately, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to run out before we get there. Oh no, there it is. We've still got a little bit, so maybe we can. Yep, we can. So, in some ways, a bit of an anticlimactic ending. No, we ran out, so we're just going to kill this last little bit. There we go. Didn't drop anything particularly interesting, but I don't think we picked up much that was worth anything then. You get to the point at level 70 where anything that isn't a legendary is just something you don't really concern yourself with, so, and that's the case here. But yeah, I finally did it, finally got Emily to level 70, which is something I've been wanting to do almost since I started the channel, but it was good to get back into Diablo 3. It's a fun game, as I say. I really like it, and I really hope that I'll do a little bit more of it on the channel in the coming months. So, but we'll see how we go for time with that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll do some coverage of the next patch once it's out and things like that. So, it's just a case of what else I'm making at the time and whether I've got space for it. So, but yeah. So, anyway, it was a good bit of nostalgia for me, I guess. A blast from the past, even though it was only a few months ago. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.